Greetings, Tech 64600 students, and welcome to our course on Analysis and Research in Industry and Technology. I'm going to give you a very brief overview of the course itself, what's going on with our syllabus, and how we have created this course on OnCourse so that you can have a better understanding of how we'll be moving forward. Normally, you'll see my picture here. I'm Charlie Feldhaus. I'm an associate professor with the Purdue School of Engineering and Technology here at IUPUI, and I'll be your facilitator for this course. I look forward to working with each and every one of you. We don't have my picture up here yet, but we will. And then there will be, if you're watching this video, a nice little thing here that says click and watch this video. So that'll be the first thing you see. Certainly we can also be doing announcements. I don't have any up and prepared yet, but occasionally I will put some up over the course of the semester. We also do messages, and I'd like you to do all of your email here in the OnCourse section of messages. I'm sure you know how to compose a message and send it to me and or your fellow classmates. We also have our syllabus ready for you, and that's what I want to spend a few minutes talking about today. So to access the course syllabus, all you have to do is click on syllabus and up it will come. I'm going to use a larger version of the syllabus, and we're going to talk about this course for just a second. The course is a qualitative research course that really concentrates on qualitative research methodologies in science, technology, engineering, and math. We have seen a significant increase and some momentum in qualitative research methodologies both in industry and technology and in the academy in the last 10 years. We're going to begin by requiring you to understand the fundamental aspects of qualitative research, which really lie in anthropology, sociology, and education. Anybody who's taken Tech 507, which is a quantitative research methods course, understands that through inferential statistics we can learn a lot about organizations, we can learn a lot about electrical and mechanical things, the built and natural environment. Well, in this course, we say, you know, you can also learn a lot in STEM fields by using qualitative research methods, which have nothing to do with numbers, little to do with quantitative research, and everything to do with key interpretive frameworks, epistemological assumptions, and key characteristics. Those include theoretical underpinnings in 5 areas of qualitative research. And those 5 areas are specifically grounded theory, narrative, phenomenology, case study, and ethnography. Those are the 5 qualitative methodological approaches that we'll be studying in this class. You will blend theory and application together, and ultimately we will end in a qualitative research proposal that you will not be required to complete as in Tech 507 when they do a quantitative research project. Qualitative research is just too vast and too deep to do in one semester, so we stop at the proposal phase, and then you will have a number of weekly assignments, and I'll show you those here shortly. You can read the course goals and objectives on your own. They are listed here, and basically an overview of what we talked about. We have 2 textbooks that we require for this course. One is the John Cresswell text titled Qualitative Inquiry and Research Design, Choosing from Among the 5 Approaches, which we just talked about. And the other is a publication manual of the American Psychological Association's 6th edition. Now what you'll see down here are suggested books, and once you choose the qualitative research method that you're going to use for your final project, which is the qualitative research proposal, you will then be wanting to purchase one or more of these books. So if you decide you're going to do a grounded theory research proposal, you might want to purchase the Burke's text or the Sharma's text. If you're going to do narrative proposal, you're going to purchase the Clendenin text. If you're going to do an ethnography or an ethnographic proposal, you may want to purchase the Fetterman text. The Maxwell and Merriam kind of do all 5 of them, so they're just good kind of overview texts to have. If you're going to do a phenomenological research proposal, you'll want to do Clark Moustakis. And if you're doing case study, you may want to do Robert Stake or Robert Yin. So these are, you don't have to purchase all these textbooks, but you'll want to purchase one, at least one or two, that kind of solidify your understanding of the qualitative research methodology you're going to use for your final project. There's the grade scale, and then we have weekly quizzes, very low stakes, worth 10 points, so I can get a clear understanding of how you are understanding nomenclature, terminology for qualitative research. We then have chapter exercises that are due in that same week, and that happens every week for the first 5 weeks, at which point we have a Unit 1 exam that is open book and take home, which you should like very much. We then have a total of 6 additional units that we do in the next 7 weeks, and we have a Unit 2 exam and then our qualitative research proposal. So I'm going to let you read Academic Honesty and our disability statement on your own. I will point out that if you struggle with writing, certainly academic writing, that we have both a TCM and an IUPUI writing center, and I want you to really think about using those services. You pay for them with your tuition dollars, so why not use them? Let me finish by going over our course outline. Again, Unit 1 covers chapters 2 through 5 and ends in a Unit 1 exam. So I watch the video introduction by Dr. Feldhaus, and you're watching that now. I put that at the start of each segment, each weekly segment, because you can always go back and kind of reinforce or use this video to better understand kind of the processes of the course. But the first thing you do in segment 1 is read the introduction and chapter 2. There is no chapter 1 in the textbook by Cresswell. You then will have chapter 2 flashcards that you can review. Basically, those are terminology. You then will look at the PowerPoints for the Cresswell course on your own. We then will have online office hours. Now, I have every Thursday, the entire semester from noon to 1, optional office hours. You can attend, but you do not have to if you're really understanding things. Now, I think you're foolish not to attend at least one of the first 2 or 3 sessions so you can ask any questions you may have. And if for some reason you are unable on your lunch hour, or maybe you work nights and you sleep days, I understand that. My thought here on having this every Thursday from noon to 1 is that everybody takes lunch and we can have a little discussion while you're eating. It's very informal. You simply click on this Breeze, or it's actually Adobe Acrobat, site and sign in using your name. You will need a microphone and a headset to participate. Once again, a microphone and a headset. Simply click here and you're there. Once you have done your chapter flashcards and your PowerPoints, asked any questions, then you have an end of chapter quiz that has to be taken by the end of the week, and you have an end of chapter exercise that has to be completed by the end of the week. Every segment is essentially 1 week long. You can go through the segments as quickly as you like. Some people go faster than others. And while I understand that, I don't think it is wise to try to crunch this online course in a 2-week time frame. You won't do very well. and you will miss some things on our Breeze sessions. Here then, after those first 4 segments, is our midterm exam. We then start the second unit of the course, chapters 6 to 11, and we move on down doing exactly the same thing. Again, I always have view video by Dr. Feldhaus, then read the chapter on your own, review PowerPoints and flashcards, have an online office hours to answer and ask any questions, and then the end of chapter quiz, which is low stakes, as you see from the grade book, only 10 points, and then an end of chapter exercise. We do get a little fall break in here for you, and then we complete segments 8, 9, and 10, or weeks 8, 9, and 10. We have a final exam that is due. Again, it is open book. It will appear on 11/17, and you must have it completed and submitted by 11/22. There are no lates. And then finally, our research proposal, which you have nearly 1 month to do. Well, actually closer to 3 weeks, maybe 25 days or so. So you have plenty of time to use all of your knowledge from all of the segments and all of the exams that you took to do your research proposal. So friends, that is our syllabus. I am going to move back to our course. I'm going to move on to course units. Course units are extremely important, and we begin by giving you an understanding that every segment is essentially has due dates for a quiz and end of chapter assignment after 1 week of work. So a segment is a week. And you will begin clicking on segment 1, and you must complete segment 1 before segment 2 will appear. You must then complete segment 2 before segment 3 appears, etc. Also, I've got my contact information up here, and I wanted to leave you with the fact that I have also put up the website for our weekly online office hours. And all you have to do is click here. Remember, Thursdays 12 to 1. So I wanted you to see, I have completed segment 1 because I wanted you to see what it looks like when you complete a segment. A little green arrow pops up and you're ready to move on, and then segment 2 appears. When you've completed everything in segment 2, a green arrow would pop up here and segment 3 would appear, and that is how we will be doing the course. So once you get inside of a segment, and I'll just show you one, you will review flashcards. And that won't take you too long. Essentially, these are reminders of terminology from the chapter, key concepts from the chapter, whatever chapter the segment is covering. There are then PowerPoints that reinforce those flashcards and help with reviews. And once you've completed these two, you'll see that there are 2 green checks. You'd then be ready to click on Quiz for Chapter 3. Once you completed your quiz for Chapter 3, you could move on, and you'll see that this would do a green arrow, and Chapter 3 end of chapter exercise will pop up as well. So it is important that you do this in linear fashion so that we are all in good shape. There will be unit exams, and Unit 1 exam will appear on September 21st at 8 a.m., and you will have until September 27th at 5 p.m. to submit it. Open book, no other assignments that week. We then move on to segments 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, which you understand how to do at this point. We then have a culminating exam 2 over Unit 2. That will appear at 8 a.m. on November the 17th, and it has to be completed by November 22nd at 5 p.m. You are then, and you can now view the qualitative research proposal. Frankly, you could submit it next week, but you'll flunk if you do, so I wouldn't try that. You need to complete the entire course so you have a clear understanding about what the qualitative research proposal is. And you can click there and read this on your own. so you have a better understanding of the culminating activity for this course. So that gives you a very good idea of our units, our course units, and how we take care of them. So remember, I've taken a couple quizzes. If you click on assignments, every quiz that you take, and as I told you, the qualitative research proposal is already open, so it's here as well. But every quiz you take then will be posted here to tell you when you've submitted it and that you've completed it. If your quizzes haven't been submitted, then there are some troubling things, and remember, the next segment will not pop up. Tests and surveys then will allow you to get some feedback on the quizzes that you've taken. If you remember, back here in assignments we had quiz 2. If you'd like to know how you did, simply press feedback and you'll see I didn't do very well. Green marks mean that you got the answer right and I didn't answer half of them. I guess I was in a hurry. And you'll have a better understanding of the feedback when you click on tests and surveys as well. So, we are going to end by sharing our grade book here. And here are all of the Chapter 2 and end of chapter exercises, and you can get feedback here coming from tests and surveys on end of chapter exercises as well. You can see our roster and everybody in our roster. We have 23 participants. We only have about 18 or 19 students. I capped the course at 20, so I look forward to working with all of you. And then, of course, there are library resources that you can explore on your own, our campus course policies, and your site setup if you want to make some changes in terms of how the things are maybe linked to your own home computer or your telephone, and then a help desk. So, my friends, that is our course. I look forward to working with each and every one of you, and I hope to see many of you in our very first online office hours in late August of 2015. Thanks very much. If you have questions, you certainly know how to contact me by using the syllabus or anything else. I look forward to a great semester. Thank you for listening.